Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Omaju Ateje Praise and I'm a pageant coach, I'm a catwalk instructor, analyst and an award-winning coach. On today's episode, we're talking about before the pageant. Now, I know you are very much interested about this whole before the pageant, but please stay tuned with us. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, guys. So I was talking about before the pageant. Now, a lot of person was like, what do you mean by before the pageant? Now, it's very important to understand before the pageant. Understand? Before the pageant. It's very important to know before the pageant. What are the things I should know? Now, most girls find themselves in a very delicate situation during the pageant. So like, if I had known these things earlier before this pageant, I think I would have done better. Now, but on today's discussion, I'm talking about what we call before the pageant. I want young girls coming to the industry to know about this whole scenario before coming to the pageant, before going for any pageants, that they should know that these are the things I will face. These are the things I should do. I prepare myself ahead of time before these things start coming up. Number one thing I advise girls to do, it's very important. Before you go for any pageant, do your research. It's very important in the industry. Every pageant has their vision, their goals, what they want, the requirements. It's very important to you to search about different pageants and what they like, what they want, what they understand. Let's break it down to this aspect. You're going for Nigeria Queen. They have their own pattern, they have their own setting, they have the way to do their things. You need to know about these pageants. You're going for MBGN, for example, most people get in Nigeria. They have their own setting, they have their own pattern, they have their vision, they have their goals. They know what they want, they know what they align with. Make sure these pageants you are going for align with your pageants. Now you're going for Beauty of Africa International. They have their own vision too. Make sure these pageants you are picking align with your goal. And you as a person, you have your own goal, you have your own vision. Does this pageant align with you? Does it align with your goal? Does it align with your advocacy? It's very important. You need to know these things before you go for any pageant. If you know you're someone that doesn't like wearing bikini, go for pageant that don't wear bikini. Go for Miss Nigeria. They don't wear bikini in their pageant on stage. Go for such pageants. If you know you like wearing bikini, you like doing pageants that are very sexy, that pageant that go for Miss World, or you have a goal that I want to represent Nigeria for Miss World, then you are going for Nigeria Queen, then you are missing your way. You can understand. So if you're going for, you have a pageant, I want to represent Nigeria for Miss World, then go for MBGN. I want to represent Nigeria at Miss Grand because Miss Grand is very sassy. They have this vibes I like. Then go for Nigeria Queen. I want to go for Miss International. Then go for that's Beauty of Africa. Know that this pageant align with your goal and align with your vision. That's number one. And number two, ask for mentorship. It's very important that in the industry these days, I find girls seems to see other queens as their competitor. No, these people should be your mentor. They should be the one to advise you. Ask them questions. Ask them questions. Go meet them. Search them online. Be friends with them. Ask, please, Queen, I have so interest in super pageant. Tell me about the pageant. They will tell you about this pageant. It's their duty to lecture you about their brand because they are standing an ambassador to the brand. So they should inform you about the brand and what you should do to be able to conduct for this pageant and what the pageant is all about. They should advise you and meet people that are experienced too. It's important you meet people that are experienced, that put experience in the field. If possible, meet the pageant coaches you have around. Ask questions, ask people questions. Go online, read about this pageant. It's very important. And number three, considering the requirement of the title, it's very important. Some girls go for pageants. After the pageant, they realize that I finally won the crown. What next? It's not very okay. You need to consider the title requirement. Now let's look at this analysis. After the pageant, you won the crown. Every title requires different activities. Now, different visits, different activities. Some brand, you have to go for Miss World. You have to go for international pageants. These are requirements. Do you have what it takes Do you have this sponsor? Do you have this financial aspect to push yourself through? Because it's very important to look at this reason. Also, you see some girls after winning the pageant, they don't go for international for them because why? They don't have the requirements. They don't have the fund to push themselves through. Do you have this requirement? Do you have the time, the energy to push through for this title? Because it's very important you know these things. Don't just win a crown and sit down with your crown and such at home. It's not very important. It's not that way. You need to know if you have the requirement. Am I ready to sacrifice my time, my energy for this particular title? If I win this grant, would I have a chance to go for consultancy visits? Would I have a chance to go for acting? Would I have a chance to go for or advocacy visits? It's very important you know if you are going for this title. So before you win this grant, have this in your mind that this grant I'm winning comes with requirements, comes with a lot of things that I should be ready for. My life will definitely change after this grant. Am I ready for this? If you're not ready for it, then you consider your step again. Number 4, it's very important, budgeting. Now, at this point, I have to call the curtain. Okay, yes, let's sit down and analyze this whole thing. Pageant is expensive. Let's be sincere. Pageant is expensive. There's no joke about it. From the aspect of the form, to the voting aspect, to the praying for camp, to the clothes you will get, makeup and everything. After the pageant, it's expensive. You need to have your budget. Every pageant has their own expenses. Know the one you're going for. Cut your budget. I advise girls, after pageant, there is a life after pageant. After pageant, you still have life after pageant. So please work with your budget. If your budget is not that capable of carrying a bigger pageant, go for a smaller pageant that can assist you. At that point, you know this is what I have in line. Don't go above your budget. Don't start borrowing money to meet up for pageant. No, darling. Work with your budget. It's very important you work with your budget. If you want to get a dinner gown and your budget is 20k, and dinner gown you saw that you want to, where you feel you like, is 40k. My darling, look for something that is of 20k. They are fine dinner gown that you can get to 20k. Makeup artists, to anything you get for your pageant, go with your budget. It's very important you go with your budget. Don't go above your budget. Don't think because my friend is wearing a very expensive gown, your gown might not be expensive. The way you carry that gown might make it look expensive. Note this. The way you carry a particular outfit make it look more presentable to the audience and the judges. It's not matter the expensive. Is it expensive? Is it more? No. The way you carry the outfit matters a lot. So go for what will suit your budget. It's very important. And number 5, you need to approach sponsor. You need sponsor for your pageant. It's very important you get these people. They might not sponsor you financially, but materially, like getting a designer to sponsor you with clothes, getting the makeup artist to give you his products, getting skincare to give you some skin products to use for the pageant, because you need all these things. You can't actually do this on your own. If you tell yourself, you cannot do it that way. You need people to sponsor you, people to vote for you, people to help you with money during the production of pageant. Seek for sponsors. Approach them. Let them know why they should invest in you, because you are an investment, darling. Let them invest in you because you're going for a pageant. If you win this title, what you will bring to their organization, what it will draw to them. So let them know that you have a social media presence, so that when you win this title, this will add to their core value. That's very important. Number 6, you need to know how these pageants select their queen. Now this part, I know the person will come for me and drag me like, Mr. Why do you have to say it? Yes, I have to say it. It's very important. In Nigeria, we have to say it, especially in Nigeria. When I'm saying this, I mean in Nigeria especially. Know how these pageants select their queen. I will not mention any pageants here, but I know some pageants, they select their queen in a different way. Now, some pageants prefer fair girls. They have their reasons. That's not my concern. They have their reasons. Some pageants prefer light-skinned girls, like what I said, light-skinned girls. That's their choice. Because why? They know where they are sending their girls to, and they know what kind of girls they want. Some pageants want girls that are financially buoyant, that are financially stable for their pageant. It's their choice. You should know what a particular pageant want and how they pick their queen. Some pageants want girls that are very smart and very intelligent. Those are the other pageant. Some pageants want girls that have the social media presence. Every pageant has the way they pick their queen. So know how they select their queen before you go for the pageant. Because if you go for a pageant that they pick their queen through the more financial way, and if you must be buoyant, you must be rich, and at the end of the day, you're not buoyant, you're not rich, you are broke, my sister, you might not even get to top 10. So I'm advising you, know where you are going to. We're going for somewhere that you know what I'm talking about, so you know where you are going to. Cut your coat according to your material. Go for where you can easily win, because without getting the money. Because in Nigeria pageants, you need money. If you don't have money, you will not win. In some of these pageants, some of the pageants celebrate intelligence. Yes, some celebrate beauty, some celebrate your financial pockets. So know where you're going for. Some will not even cry if you don't have a national passport. So that they just know. And to go for what suits you. It's very important. Now, the last but not the least, get trained. This is where I always have issue with girls. You are going for a national pageant, and this pageant pick representative to send to an international pageant. You don't have to catwalk. Your public speaking is bad. You don't have to answer questions on stage. You are scared of facing audience, and you want to be crowned the queen that will go for international pageant. My daddy, who will crown you? Now you need to get trained. Get trained. Your catwalking to be in top notch. Like catwalking to be fire. When you walk, let everybody see your walk fire. When you speak, it should be something very reasonable, because people want to see girls that when they come out on stage, their walk, and when they speak, people want to listen. As a girl that knows what she wants, when you speak, let people be able to let them sit down and listen to what you want to say. When you walk, people should watch and say they should have interest in whatever you're doing. Your catwalk should be as if it's a movie. Now let's talk about catwalk. When you walk and people don't find your catwalk very interesting, now you're not walking. It's like a movie. When you watch a movie and people are like, this movie is very interesting, I want to watch. Yes. So when you're coming out from backstage, when people see you walk, like, wow, this guy is so good when it comes to our walk. I have seen some pageant girls, I will not call them, but I've seen some pageant when they walk, like, I was like, wow, I enjoy when they walk. Yes, because the walk are very top notch. And the same way they speak, some girls have good walk, some girls they lack when it comes to speaking. Let's take a scenario to Nigeria Queen. This is when they do the same thing. Some of the girls that had good walk, some of them were lacking public speaking. Their speaking ability were very poor. And some of the girls that know how to walk, they were not good when it comes to question and answer session. So these girls need to go back to their drawing board and work on themselves. You need to be able to what? Give these three: your speech, your walk, your answer, your Q&A should be top notch. Now your styling is very important. Girls, train. Get a catwalk coach, a public speech coach, and if possible, an etiquette coach. That's it. If you want to be trained on your catwalk, don't forget to link me. I'm very important. I can do that for you. It's very important to you. Just click on our link and talk to us. It's very important. Now, to end this whole discussion we've been having for a long time now, let's talk about the last point. It's very important that you understand yourself as an individual. Know your strengths, know your ability, know how far you can go before you go for any pageant. If you can put these things in place before you go for any pageant, my darling, I bet you when you go there, even though you don't win this pageant, you will leave a mark on the pageant. The very important thing I want to let you know, for every pageant you go for, the win should not be your concern. The important thing you should know, it's your mark and the friendship and the sisterhood you make are the words you keep along and the memories you keep. You might not win, but your mark and the memories you keep are very important. Not every pageant you go to, you win. Some you are meant to go and you don't win. Some you're meant to go, you win. So whatever one you go and you don't win, don't feel discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Always push ahead because there are better come for you to win. Thank you very much for staying with me. See you guys on our next episode. I know you enjoyed talking to us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on that time.